It's your girl, Lady Mocha. You know I'm always going to pour you a cup of truth, and I'm always going to break you off a slice of knowledge. Hello, good morning, and happy new year. It is your girl, Lady Mocha, your diva in knowledge. Did you guys miss me? I miss all of you, and I know you guys haven't heard from me in a while. Of course, you know, it's been the holidays, and I just been hella busy, just spending time with family, spending time with friends. It's just been a lot going on. Towards the end of Christmas and the beginning of the new year. So I've been pretty busy. And then on top of that, school has started back. Yes. I had to readjust my schedule and readjust my life to get prepared for the next school session, which has already started. So, it's basically grind time for me now. So, my time is a little bit more limited than I would like. But, like I said, at the moment, I'm not working. So, being that I'm not working, I figured at least I can do is go to school. I'm going to always keep myself productive one way or another. So, with that being said, I hope everybody had a wonderful new year, and I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I hope everybody, God blessed y'all to see another year. God blessed y'all to spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, and everything. So, keep in mind, it's a new year, so a new year means a new start, meaning that things you used to go through, things that you have experienced last year, this is a new year to basically start from scratch, to start with a clean slate, you know what I'm saying? So, with that in mind, there's always an opportunity to grow. There's always an opportunity to, broaden your horizons and expand your knowledge and expand your way of thinking and your way of perceiving things about life in a different manner. So with that being said, I'm just glad that God blessed us all to see another year. It's a new year, new moves, a new mindset. Keep in mind that a lot of people don't understand that it doesn't matter what type of changes you make, unless you change your mindset. Those changes don't mean anything if you have not changed your way of thinking, if you have not changed your mentality, if you have not changed your way as to how you reason with things. Your mentality, your mindset has to change in order for your life to change. If your mindset doesn't change, it doesn't matter what changes you make with your job, what changes you make with your friends, changes you make with your family, you're going to find yourself right back in the same situation. You feel me? So no matter what changes you guys make, you ladies make sure you change your mindset. You feel me? So on that note, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and dining in with your girl, me, Lady Mocha, at Cafe de Paris. Okay? So I'm not going to waste any more time because I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded any videos. So I'm going to go right into my new recipe that I'm going to serve to all of you guys and all of you ladies today. And basically, today's topic is about why some women stay in unhealthy relationships or broken relationships or marriages, okay? All of us has that one girlfriend, or all of us knows that one chick that's constantly crying and always calling you about the drama she's going through in her relationship or her marriage. And the bottom line is, she's never going to leave, you know what I'm saying? She's been complaining about this guy mistreating her, cheating on her, abusing her, lying to her. And with all of that being said, she is still there. We all know that one female, that one chick that's always complaining about the guy that's doing her wrong, but yet she never leaves his sorry ass. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about why some women stay in broken relationships, okay? I always do my notes and everything because, as I say, when I do my topics, I always have to do my notes. That way I make sure, I bring up all the key points and I don't miss anything. So, just be patient with me. I'm going to be going back and forth between my notes, and then, I'll be reflecting on some of the things that I had, placed in my notes and everything. All right. So, I thought it was imperative that I spoke on this issue, because I have women that constantly are emailing me or calling me all the time about their relationship or marital issues. I had a woman reach out to me yesterday via email about her man, and this is what her email read. Dear Mocha, I'm writing you this letter because I'm in desperate need of keeping my marriage. My husband doesn't want to stop seeing other women. I have done everything I could to keep this marriage together, yet he constantly accuses me of seeing other men. I can't even make a trip to the gas station without him thinking I'm going to see someone. We have 4 kids together, and I just can't see myself without him. Though there has been several physical altercations, I don't want to lose my family. After all, he did marry me, so I know that there has to be love for me somewhere, and I know he loves his kids. I know this man loves me. He just has a hard way of showing it. People keep telling me to leave, but my fear is if I leave, he will change his ways for someone else, when I was the one who stood by him after all of these years. I've been with my husband so long, I don't want to break up my family. Please tell me what should I do? Signed, feeling helpless and hopeless wife. Okie dokie. Okay. All right. There are several women that are going through this and more. There are so many women complaining about mistreatment, but yet they don't have the courage to leave an unhealthy situation. So the question lies, why do women continue to stay in relationships or with men that are not good for them, or continue to remain in marriages that are not good for them? Today I will present these factors for why women are staying in such unhealthy situations and relationships. Now keep in mind, okay, today's message is not to display pity for these type of women, okay? This is not a sympathy story, all right? Nor is this message to make all men look like users and abusers. So let me make this clear. If it does not apply, do not reply. This is not a sympathy story. I'm sticking up for all the black women and putting down all the black men. This is not what this message is about, okay? It's not even specifically just about black women. This message is about women, period, that are in unhealthy relationships. And I'm going to break down all of the elements for why these women continue to keep staying in these unhealthy relationships, in these marriages, even though they're calling their friends, crying about this man, crying their eyes out to their families, getting their families involved, wrecking everybody's nerves, getting everybody in an uproar about a relationship that they have no intentions on ever even leaving. And your girl, Lady Mocha, is going to break down all of the elements, and I'm going to tell you why these women are sitting up here tolerating all of this bull, okay? All right, so today I will present the factors for why women are staying in abusive or unhealthy relationships, okay? Like I said, this isn't a message about sympathizing for women. This is not what this message about. I'm basically explaining why so many broken women are willing to subject to being abused and used to save their relationships to keep their man, okay? These are the elements. Now keep in mind, I want us to kind of pause on our word abuse. Okay, now I know a lot of y'all, when you hear the word abuse, y'all going a lot of websites. Y'all may even see some bloggers that from time to time discuss this type of issue. And I know sometimes it's one of those things where it's kind of vague. Nobody wants to talk about abuse. Nobody wants to talk about physical abuse, women being abused, or women abusing men. I mean, nobody wants to talk about this type of stuff, because it's lame and then it's embarrassing, and unfortunately it has become so taboo, in our society with abuse that, it's just normal. We see it all the time on YouTube. We see it all the time where a man is putting his hands on a woman, dragging her by her hair out the car, beating the hell out of her in front of the gas station, gas pump, a bunch of people standing around just pulling out their damn camera phones, basically thinking that it's entertaining. And then there are some cases where there are some women who don't think they are wrong with putting their hands on a man. They will, punch on a man, will slap a man, will just put their hands on a man, all because they emotionally want that man to feel the pain that they're feeling. So they feel like the only way they can express it is by putting their hands on a man. And it's a lot of women that take advantage of that because they know that there are some men who just strongly believe in not putting their hands on a woman no matter what. And you have some women that try to play on that and figure they could put their hands on a man anytime they want, slap him upside his head, pull on his shirt, try to make him look soft like cottonelle tissue in front of his boys by cussing them out and slapping them, you know what I mean? Just really trying to provoke a dude, you know what I'm saying? And when he gets to the point where he's tired of being humble and he finally strikes back, then he's looked at as the abusive guy. He's looked at as the monster, when really all along he's been a humble one. He's just been sitting there and taking the licks, trying to be a man about it. But, like I say, even cement cracks at some point. So all human beings crack at some point. And that's why I state, it's very imperative that when we run into situations like this and there's a physical altercation, never be so quick to jump and take sides, because you really don't know the whole story. You're just coming in and you're catching the end of the movie. You wasn't there when the credits started rolling, you know what I'm saying? So just because you see a man striking, that don't mean he's just always been this monster beating on women. You don't know how many times he sat there and allowed this woman to put his hands on her, and vice versa. And same thing with women. You got some women that have taken licks for years, taken abuse for years, and done nothing, and one day just snapped and killed them, and now they sending somebody to prison looking like this vicious ass wife, when in all actuality she just could not take the abuse anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways. Abuse is not just a woman's problem. You have men who deal with this type of problem as well. You get what I'm saying? So we need to stop being so one-sided and having a one-track mind. Just because we hear the word abuse, we automatically think it's a woman's problem. No, it's men who go through this too. And it's very unhealthy for any relationship if it gets to the point where both of y'all feel like y'all got to constantly beat each other's asses to make your, to stand your ground as a man or as a woman in a relationship. Then you know what, somebody needs to go, because it shouldn't take all of that there. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous, especially when you have kids and you have a family. You exposing your kids to all type of drama and chaos in your household. It's unhealthy. Now back to the word abuse. When we use the word abuse, we automatically think physically. Blackened eyes, bruises, broken limbs. That's what we think about when it comes to abuse. But there are so many women out there that are being abused on so many different levels other than just physically. A lot of y'all women don't even know y'all getting abused. You know what I'm saying? Because again, abuse, we got that one perception that as long as a man is not blackening our eyes and not breaking up our limbs and putting us in the hospital every week, we're not getting abused. You can be mentally abused. You can be psychologically abused. You can be emotionally abused. All of that takes a toll on you. In some cases, it's even worse than bruises. It's even worse than black eyes, because eventually those heal up. But psychologically, that type of abusive damage, psychologically, it takes, psychological abuse is hard. It takes longer to heal compared to physical abuse. You know what I'm saying? Some women are being abused by the fact that when the man gets upset with them, he deprives them of money. He deprives them of giving them what they need for the children. I mean, he's willing to allow the children to suffer in the process of him being upset or angry with her, or using that as a control mechanism to gain control. Okay, you won't kiss my ass. You won't do what I say do. I'm not going to give you no money. I'm not going to give you no money to pay the bills. I'm not going to give you no money to take care of the children. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's abuse is on so many levels. The name calling, being called bitch, being called hoe, you stupid, you dumb. All of that takes a psychological effect, because if you hear it so many times, you will start to believe it, And it's a lot of women out here, believe it or not, that has resorted to being a thought based on past relationships. Not all women that are in that thought stage are thoughts just because. A lot of times Some of them have been in long, solid relationships with men who have told them, you don't amount to nothing. You only good for a good lay. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider you a wife. He could tell her this while he's married to her. Make her feel this small, like, she has no value. She has no substance. And when a woman keeps hearing that, she will start to believe she really has no value. She really has no substance. And that's when she reduces herself to thoughtism. She becomes a thought. We start our word thought around willingly, but it's a reason for everything. And I'm not condoning why women are whores. You got some women, they just a whore just because. And then you have others, it has been factors that have contributed to them going out there and being with all kind of men. You know what I'm saying? Because it just took that one man who they put so much of their heart and soul and love into, that man utilized all of that power to make her feel insignificant. You know what I'm saying? So when you really love someone, that's the thing about love. Love is so powerful. When you love somebody so much and they're constantly demeaning you, you love them. That means you value how they feel about you. You value how they see you. You value everything about them to the point to where their perception of you becomes more important than the perception of yourself. And it's sad, but it's a lot of women that are tarnished because of that. They love the man so much to where they neglected loving themselves in the process. And because they have given this man all of this power, they can't really function mentally or emotionally without them. You know what I mean? So it's so many different factors to abuse. That's what I want people to understand. Abuse is not just putting your hands on somebody and beating the hell out of them. It's more than one way to abuse somebody, okay? Not taking care of them, basically punishing them, in the event that punishing them as far as willing to put them in an unhealthy environment. Being that I know some women, when their husbands or their significant others got upset with them, they will let the lights get turned off in the house knowing it's cold. They will purposely not let any gas get turned on in the house. You know what I'm saying? To me, this is another form of abuse, because you are intentionally neglecting your wife or neglecting your family, just because that's another power mechanism, because you want her to suffer, because you are miserable. You want her to be miserable. It's so many elements to the game as to why, so many men, and not all men. If it does not apply, you don't have to reply. Only for the men that apply abuse. It's a lot of, malicious motives behind what they do. But we'll probably go into that another time. We're going to go ahead and go into the elements as to why women are tolerating this, because I get men who email me all the time. Why are women standing by these no good ass dudes? Why women don't want a good man? Why they standing by these no good guys? Why they, marrying these scrubs, having babies from these hoodlums? Men ask me all the time the same thing. So we're gonna go into those elements, okay? Now, starting with number one, for why women are remaining in unhealthy marriages and unhealthy relationships. Number one, women want to keep their families together. Now, I hear this so much, and the sad, honest part is that it's the truth. Women are staying in unhealthy marriages and relationships because they want to keep their family together. It is that American dream fantasy that women to this day have not been able to stray away from. It's the American dream of wanting a home, wanting a cat, wanting a dog, wanting a boy, wanting a girl, wanting a husband that has the CEO executive position. It's that American dream. And the thing about women is we could become so infatuated with fantasies that we allow our fantasies to overshadow our reality. We can know that our situation is effed up, but it's still that fantasy of hoping and praying and just wishing that we can have that American dream. And a lot of us, we can't help it. It's been programmed into us from little girls. Every woman at some point has owned a baby doll, has owned a dollhouse, has owned a Barbie doll with a kid. Every woman, even if she wants to be too embarrassed to say it, every woman has owned a doll, okay? Every woman has when it was a little girl, had a tea set, had a kitchen set, where you learn how to have pretend food and play food. I remember when I was a little girl, my mom used to buy me the little cooking set, and it had the the plastic play food, the plastic vegetables, the plastic sandwiches, where you could pretend you really cooking. So women, as little girls, we were taught to be domestic. You know what I'm saying? We were taught to already in a sense, establish ourselves to have a family. We've been taught how to play with baby dolls and feed them and play help playing with the baby dolls and pretending they belching and patting them on their back. We've been taught at a young age to be domestic. When little boys, on the other hand, which are now grown men, y'all were not taught that. Y'all didn't have baby dolls. Y'all didn't have little tea set and stuff. Y'all played with them little plastic army soldiers, the ones that used to pose in different positions. Y'all used to play with guns. Y'all used to play with little He-Man action figure toys. Y'all were nowhere taught to be domestic. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it was instilled in us from nature to be domestic. And to this day, as grown women, we are still yearning for that fantasy, basically, and as we get older, unfortunately, reality shows us different. And what people not understanding is life is not going to deal us a great deck of cards. Some of us are going to have to go without. Just because your friend been married and got a good husband and got a good job and she's been married 20, 30 years, that don't mean the same thing going to happen for you. You may end up marrying a guy that's that pulls trash for a living, or a guy that hooks up cable boxes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the problem with a lot of women. We have allowed fantasy to wire our way of thinking, to where life has got us thinking and believing that things are supposed to be a certain way. We're supposed to marry a certain type of man. We're supposed to live in a certain type of neighborhood. We're supposed to have a certain amount of children, and things don't always go that way. You know what I'm saying? That's fantasy. Reality, things can go totally different from what you planned or what you expected. You know what I mean? I remember when I was young, my plan was I wanted to get married, never have to work, my husband take care of me, as a banging job. I got 4 or 5 kids, because honestly, I wanted all boys. I didn't want no girls. My plan was to have 5 boys and be married and live in a big house. Well, my reality went totally different from my fantasy. I don't have no boys. I only got 1 girl. I wanted to have 5 boys. It didn't go that way. I had 1 girl. And my husband ended up not being a big time lawyer attorney. He's a roofer. He owns his own roofing business. So basically my lifestyle, no matter how much I planned it, it went a totally different way. And it's a lot of women that are still holding on to that fantasy that they're not accepting will probably never come true. And this is not to discourage women, but you have to be realistic with your circumstances. Same thing with you men. Probably back in your high school days, you was the big boss, the head nacho, on the basketball team. You was very popular. All the ladies loved you. You got all attention. Here it is now, you're a full grown ass man. You no longer that popular dude in high school that everybody wanted to be like. Back in high school, you used to wear the nicest jeans, the new Jordans that came out every week, all this and that. Now you a grown ass man, you don't have time to worry about styling and profiling. You got a family, you got bills. In other words, life changes. Things don't always go according to plan. You feel me? So basically, I know I'm off subject, but basically, you have some women who are still in that fantasy and wanting to keep their families together. A lot of this also has to do with a lot of women have bogged themselves down with so many children to the point that if they wanted to leave, they can't leave. You know what I mean? Because it's hard being a single mom. Let's not even front about it. Bump that old women. single moms, we got so much power, we can do this, whoop-de-woo, we got all together. It's a bunch of crock-a-bull. It's hard. I'm not saying a single mother should feel bad because she's a single mother. You know, a lot of us are single mothers, not because we're proud to be. A lot of y'all ain't had a damn choice, you know what I'm saying? And you need to be honest and keep it real instead of going around here trying to act like, you know, you're this strong single woman, you got all the power, you holding it down. You know good damn well while you trying to hold it down, it's tearing you down. You know, it's hard, you know. These kids constantly stay in need. And I'm not saying you less of a woman because you're a single mother. But let's keep it real. The struggle is there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of women they fear being a single mom, so they stay with men that are abusive. And it's kind of oxymoron because you have a lot of men out there, they'll knock single mothers, you know what I'm saying, and say, oh, single mothers ain't this, they ain't that. But at the same time, if that single mother avoids being single by staying with a no good ass dude just so she could avoid being labeled as that single mother that got all the baggage, then she's still being talked about. Oh, she got all them kids by that no good ass nigga. I mean, well, I mean, women, some of us, we not gonna win, okay? You stay with your man and he ain't no good, people gonna talk about you. You a single mother, people still gonna talk about you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, women, we just cannot get away from being looked at as failures in some eyes of men. You know, they just gonna always look at it like we just never have our shit together. Rather, if we stay with a no good ass man who is the father of our children, because we don't want to break our families up, or we say, you know what, I can't take the abuse, I can't take being lied to, I have to move on, I have to take my children out of this chaos. I don't want my children to grow up in this type of environment. I don't want to hold on to him just to say I have a man, to avoid being a single mother so people look at me funny. So one thing I realize about life is damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? People gonna talk regardless. But that's the reason, you know, women want to keep their families together because a lot of them cannot afford to take care of these kids by themselves. So they'd rather stay in a relationship, take the abuse, take being lied to, take being mistreated, anything to avoid having to be a single mother. Okay, you know, it is what it is. The second reason is the fantasy of family has made many women delusional. As I said this before, a lot of women are screwed up because of the fantasy, thinking that, you know, I married him, we had children together, we're supposed to be together. Note to men, note to ladies. Just because you have children from somebody, it does not mean that y'all are designed to be together. Okay, parenting does not replace connecting. Okay, if there's no emotional or spiritual connection between you and your significant other, children are not going to replace that. It's as simple as that. And it's so, and I notice men don't do it as often, but women will hold on to that. They swear because they have children from a man that they are supposed to automatically be with that man no matter what, you know. So on that note, as I stated, the fantasy of family has made many women delusional. So just because you have children together, it does not mean that y'all are destined to be together. Okay, moving on to number 4. No, that was reason number 2. I apologize. Number 3. The woman has done so much dirt, so she's staying out of view. Yes, okay. Basically, I hear a lot of guys saying, why this woman, or why do women have the tendency to not want to be with a good man? Why they with these thugs? Why they with these no good guys? And, you know, why they don't want a man that's good for them? Well, this is another thing you have to keep in mind. That woman is not that good and innocent as you think, okay? She could be just as dirty, just as grimy, is a habitual liar, just like the man she claimed lies to her so much. You guys, you ladies will be surprised how many of these women in these toxic ass relationships and marriages will complain wholeheartedly about, oh, my husband, he's always lying to me. He's always deceiving me. He's always cheating on me, when they have very well done the same thing, okay? You know, it's just that sometimes the woman has gotten tired of cheating, tired of lying or whatever. So excuse me, now she thinks because she done cleaned it up, now she feels like, she has redeemed herself, and her husband or her companion should be more faithful and more dedicated to her. Well, you don't know what all he has had to go through with her. You get what I'm saying? You cannot always sympathize with these women that have all these sob stories. I found myself sympathizing with friends who would complain about their husbands, lie to them so bad, and always deceiving them. And then when the more I'm around them, I start seeing them display those same characteristics, just be lying for no reason. I had a particular friend, I really couldn't deal with her too much because, for the simple fact that she was always complaining, crying about what her husband doing to her, how he's lying to her, and he's always running game on her. But the more I started being around her, I started noticing she was displaying those same damn characteristics that she was complaining about. Okay, she's up here talking about how this dude lying. I done call her 1,000 lies. Oh God, I'm done with him. I'm not taking him back. Next thing you notice, I'm calling her, talking to her. So what's good? What's going on? Oh, nothing much. Me and Curtis took the kids to the movies. I'm like, really? Didn't you just call last week crying your heart out, crying like somebody was killing you, murdering you, because you caught him cheating, or you found out he deceived you about something, and you said, oh, you never go back, you done with him for life, you never taking him back no matter what he does, you done with him. And then here it is, I call you a week later, you talking like everything's fine. Oh yeah, girl, me and Curtis, we had a talk, and we got an understanding, and it wasn't like I thought it was. I mean, like, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? These women, I do all this complaining and crying and bickering about these no good men. 9 times out of 10, they ain't no better than the men they damn complaining about. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women are staying in these unhealthy relationships because they haven't been the best wife or the best girlfriend they could have been. You know what I'm saying? They've deceived these men too. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we get back a taste of our own medicine, and you can't be crying wolf, you know what I'm saying, when you have to pay your debts with karma. You get what I'm saying? So again, it's a lot of women are staying in these unhealthy relationships because they themselves have not been an innocent candidate in a situation. All right, we're going to go to number 4. She's protecting her image. You'll be surprised how many women are miserable as hell, how many men are miserable as hell in these marriages, in these relationships. But it's all about protecting their image. They got this thing where you have some couples that they are more concerned with winning, more concerned than proving a point, than actually having a healthy relationship, having a healthy marriage. You have many of them that are willing to stay together, even though they're miserable, even though there's no trust, even though there's no real compassion. The relationship is dead. The marriage is just as dry as a box of donuts that's been sitting out for almost a week. They still feel like they got to prove a point to people who really never had no faith in them being together to begin with. Married that family member who never felt like they needed to be together to begin with, or they married that ex-wife or that ex-husband who they know don't want to see them together. So you have a lot of marriages that are still together, not because they really want to be, but it's all about protecting their image. Even these high status couples, even these high celebrity couples, a lot of them behind closed doors are miserable as hell, but because of their image, they're more concerned with making it look like they got it together than to accept the reality that the marriage has ran its course, and that they really shouldn't even really be together anymore. It's all about preserving their image, especially if there's money involved. Now I say you got a lot of high power couples who got a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, and they're more concerned about their image, you know what I mean. They want everybody outside of the marriage to believe that they really got it going on. Okay, oh man, the Johnsons, they doing so good. They got a big old home. He owns his own law firm, and she is a principal or, a big executive at the board of ed. They got all these high positions. They got all this money. They got all this status. But behind closed doors, most of them are miserable as hell. You have a lot of women that are in these unhealthy relationships because they're trying to preserve their image. They don't want that ex-wife to think that they doing bad. They don't want that ex-husband to think they doing bad. You have a lot of people that are together all for false pretenses because they don't want to lose. You know what I'm saying? It's all about maintaining that image, So we'll go to 5. She has low self-esteem. This is a no-brainer. Women who really don't feel that worthy, who really don't feel like they can do any better, they're going to try to stay and work out with what they can. Like in a Betty Wright song, I think it's called No Pain, No Gain or whatever. No, not that song. It's her other song. I'm a big Betty Wright fan, and I can't even think of the song. But anyway, one of her songs where she talks about, I think it's called After the Pain, where she says, a piece of man is better than no man at all. And that's really the bottom line when it comes to these women with low self-esteem. They rather have a piece of man who's no good, who ain't about nothing, just to say they got one. You know what I'm saying? Or just to make it seem like they're in a good place. A lot of them don't have enough confidence to stand alone, even if it means being more healthier, being more at peace. They would rather be in a relationship with a man that's going to make them miserable because that's the only way they can feel whole. Because why? They have low self-esteem. 6, some women like the attention they get from being abused. She likes the sympathy. I cannot stress this enough. As I've gotten older and, I've learned a lot being around women, having friendships with females. I've learned a lot over the years. It has taught me that, you have some women, let me put it this way. I don't think a woman likes to be abused, because what I was originally going to say was some women like to be abused, but I don't necessarily want to say that. I don't think some women like to be abused, meaning they don't want to have blackened eyes, they don't want to have bruises, they don't want to be in the hospital every week or whatever. I think a lot of women just like the attention they get from being abused. Okay, I think some women really like the attention they get from being abused, which is what keeps them in abusive relationships. They like the fact that when they really want that attention, or when they really feeling down and out, all they got to do is call and cry about what a man has done to them. He done put his hands on me. He got me and the kids sleeping in the dark. He won't pay the light bill. They love to get attention. They want somebody to sympathize with them and feel sorry for them. Some women love to be a victim. They feel like as long as I am a victim, people are going to feel sorry for me, and the more people feel sorry for me, the more people are going to come to my aid. Bam. Now I just gave y'all some real knowledge on that. Think about it, y'all. And I would like to say welfare has a whole lot to do with that. That's kind of started. I won't say that's the main reason, but that started it. These women have learned, all I got to do is cry help and I will get it. All I got to do is make myself look like I'm down and out. Make myself look like I'm really in need of help, so people help me. It's like this. Whenever you have a female that's calling and crying to you about her man abusing her, whether this your sister, whether this your girlfriend, your bestie, or whoever, this woman does not want to be delivered from her relationship. I will repeat. When a woman is calling you and she's been in an abusive, toxic relationship for years, she does not want you telling her to leave. She don't want to leave. That's not it. She wants you to feel sorry and sympathize and fill in the gaps where that abusive ass husband or abusive companion ain't filling in the gaps. For example, I'm going to break it down so y'all could marinate where I'm coming from on this. For instance, if a woman is calling you, telling you, my husband, he left me and the kids, he's been gone for 2 weeks, he took all the money, he's out gambling, he's out paying for prostitutes, whatever it is he does with his money, and me and the kids don't have no food, me and the kids, I can't feed my kids, whatever. She's not telling you this because she wants you to say, girl, if you need to leave him, you and your children don't need to be in an environment where their father is not taking care of them, and then he's not giving you all the necessities you need. I mean, one thing a man gonna cheat, mess around, whatever, and that's already wrong, but at least he can do is not deprive his family, make sure his household is straight. She don't want to hear that. That is not what she wants to hear. What she wants to hear is, okay, no problem, girl. I'm gonna stop to the grocery store and pick your kids up some groceries. I'll pick y'all up some snacks, whatever. I'll come and pick you up so I can take you shopping and you pick out whatever the kids needs. That's what she wants. If you don't believe it, try it. I've done it a lot. I have had friends who came to me crying about what they've been going through in their marriage and their relationship. And first thing I say, well, you know what? I think you need to leave him. You need to, go apply for housing or whatever so you can better yourself. If you really pay attention, she will give you every excuse in the world for why she doesn't want to leave him. She will come up with 1,000 excuses to try to make it sound right as to why she needs to still be with him. Well, right now, I know he wrong and it ain't right what we going through, but even though this ain't right, at least he has come back home and he'll give me the money, or he has taken me and the kids out to eat. You'll be surprised how these men are able to get away with doing so much crap, and they can easily recover. They can get right back in that broad's good graces just by doing something simple like taking her and the kids out to eat. She think it's all right. Or he give her some pipe that night. She think it's all right. You know what I'm saying? You got these women who will sit up here and cry and roll over and die, and when you tell them to leave their husband or leave their companion that's abusing them, neglecting their children, not taking care of home, they will give you 1,000 excuses. What you do is reverse psychology. Tell them what they want to hear. And that's what I have done. I have told women, okay, well, since I know she really don't want to leave, I say this, well, this is what you need to do then. Evidently, you love your husband. Even though he's taking you through all kind of stuff, you don't want to go nowhere, you don't want to leave him. So this is what you do. If he left y'all with no lights on, and he has a pattern of leaving for a week or two, and he comes back, then eventually he's going to come back. Evidently he's never left you. So in the meantime, in between time, what you need to do is light you some candles, try to make it comfortable for you, the kids, until he gets back home. And after he's done doing what he's doing, he comes back home. Evidently he's not going to sleep in the dark either. Then he'll pay the light bill. You'll be surprised at how many of them will go for it. Well, yeah, girl, you're right, I'm gonna go to Walmart right now and pick up some candles. I'm like, you know what? You want to stay confined in misery. You want to stay confined. A lot of them, if you tell them to leave, honey, baby, they not leaving. They not going nowhere. They don't want to leave. They just want your sympathy. They want you to fill in the gaps where they abusive husbands or no good fiancés, baby daddies or whatever, not filling those shoes. They want you to fix it. They don't want to leave the men. They just want you to fix it. That's what it boils down to. Everybody wants to comment. That's what it really boils down to. You get what I'm saying? They don't want to be delivered, honey. A lot of y'all just wasting y'all time basically trying to get these women to leave these men because they do not want to leave these men. I'm telling y'all now. They just want you to step in and help out, pick up the pieces where the husband or the no good man is not picking the pieces up at. That's what they want. They want sympathy. They don't want deliverance. That's really the bottom line. I have to turn off these phones, y'all, because every time I'm doing my little messages, people just want to call. When I got nothing to do, nobody bothers me. It's always like that. But anyway, so a lot of them, try it. Try to convince her to leave her. Leave the man that she's complaining about and crying about. Guarantee you she's not going to do it. But if you give her some advice or give her some money or help her out, she will thank you all day. Oh, you're such a good friend. You're such an understanding friend. No, you want somebody that's going to be dumb enough to tolerate you playing the victim card. You don't want to be delivered. You just want help until this no good Negroid get back in your good graces. That's what it boils down to, okay? Again, as I said, some women, they like the attention they get from being abused. They like the sympathy that comes from being abused. Number 7, she wants to prove a point to the other woman. And the other woman could not even be somebody who he messed around with. It could be just her damn imagination. Just the fact of knowing that he can possibly go out there and do better with someone else. A lot of women have this a lot of low self-esteem, broken women have this perception that, that the man, no matter how no good he is for her, he is going to change and do better with the next woman. It is so many women, and I know some of my female subscribers, some of y'all can co-sign. If y'all want to keep it real, y'all can co-sign with me on this. If you haven't felt this way, there's a friend of yours, there's a sister of yours. We all know that one female, women got this thing where they fear that a man, no matter how no good he is, he's going to get on his feet and do good with the next woman. So just her imagination, he ain't even got to prove to her by actually stepping out there and doing better with another woman. Just her thought, her imagination, her fantasy of the fact that if I leave this man, and even though I'm going through all of this hell with him, he can leave me and possibly get with the next woman and do everything for her that he never did for me. He got us in his damn shack. He leave me and get with her and put her in a 4-5 bedroom mansion. He don't mind pushing a Humpty or a hatchback with me, but he may get with another woman and want to better himself and get a Lexus or get a 2018 Ford Tundra. He'll step his game up. When the bottom line is, he probably ain't gonna do no better with the next woman than he did with you. Or in some cases, he may do better. And that's because the next woman ain't willing to sit up there and settle for less like you are. He may know for the next woman, if I want to get her, I'm going to have to show her I got something. I'm going to have to show I got a nice house, I got a nice home, I got a good job. He knows if he decides to step his competition up, he got to step his game up. He knows with you a mediocre broad. He knows with you, long as he paying the Netflix bill and bringing home some fried chicken or whatever, and some fast food or something, and laying some pot that you want some money, he could always get over on you. So therefore, you would never get the man out of him that you would really like to have, because like I tell people, I told y'all earlier, you have to change your mindset. It don't matter how you change everything outside of you. You have to change what's in you. You know what I'm saying? That's like giving a crackhead who still does not want to stop smoking crack, you put them in a brand new house. You giving them an opportunity to better themselves. But guess what? The mentality has not changed. All you did was put a crackhead in a brand new house. Still a crackhead if they have not agreed to get rehabilitation, to really detox. That mindset has not changed. A lot of y'all be just changing only the physical parts about somebody, but that don't mean mentally they have the mindset for it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you women are holding on to a dream that's never going to come true. You're too concerned about what he can possibly give the next woman that he has never given you. And if he does, then guess what? That don't mean he would have ever did it for you. Bottom line, he could be the same man, but give another woman something totally different that he never gave you. You know why? Because she's not you and you're not her. It is what it is. I've known a lot of women who have been in situations where the man stepped out, left her for another woman. You know what I'm saying? She tries to do everything she saw the other woman doing. You know, if the other woman was prettier, she'll try to make herself look prettier, get her hair done more, get her nails done more. If the other woman was smaller, she'll kill herself trying to work out at the gym, anything to try to keep up with what she feels like her man wanted out of that other woman. And to find out, all you did was still get back the same man. Because what it is, what people don't understand is when people get used to, once people get used to handling you a specific way, once somebody has lost a sense of respect for you, it's hard for them to reverse that. You get what I'm saying? It got nothing to do with what you do or what you don't do. Sometimes it's too much water under the bridge. We have allowed ourselves to be disrespected so terribly to the point to where it's hard to reverse it. It's hard to get that person to treat us right. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, you know. So a lot of women are staying in relationships all because they want to prove to the other woman who she thinks he can get or who he has been with. She wants to prove a point, you know. She would rather him stay with her and be miserable than to get with the other next woman who could actually, be better for him and he'd be happy. She's not allowing that. She'd rather him stay with her and be miserable. It is what it is. A lot of women are staying in bad relationships because she knows her man is a great provider. Yes, baby. When it comes to the dollar bill, honey, you got all kind of women taking more crap than the toilet at the baseball stadium. Okay, you got all kind of women taking all kind of doo doo when that man, as long as he bringing in that bank, they taking all kind of crap. But at the end of the day, you miserable. No matter how many Coach bags you got in your closet, no matter how many Louis Vuitton shoes, red bottoms, you miserable as hell. What's the use of having all that stuff and you have nobody special to share it with, honey? That gets old. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of buying all these extravagant, expensive Victoria's Secret lingeries when he ain't even there half of the goddamn time to see you put them on? Child, bye. But anyhow, you have a lot of women that stay for that reason. He makes a good money. Okay, she miserable, but he paying them bills, and that's all that matter. Number 9, she knows she's damaged goods. You got some women that tolerate calling all kind of crap because basically they know they don't have that advantage to go back out there. They got too many children. They got too much emotional baggage. They got too much debt. Basically, they damaged goods. And I'm not saying a woman who has a bunch of kids, she's damaged goods. You know what I'm saying? If she's stable and mentally well together, I'm not knocking a woman who has a bunch of children. I'm just saying, if she has a lot of baggage that she doesn't have under control. If you got 8, 9 kids and you taking care of them and you ain't looking for a man to come in your life and save you, whatever, okay, you handling your business. But a lot of these women know they damaged goods. They got too many problems. There's no man that's going to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? This man, even though he's not good for her, he's the only man that will deal with her. You get what I'm saying? Is y'all marinating on that? That's what it boils down to. I said, again, a lot of guys say, I don't know why women like that are always with these no good guys, because she's damaged goods. She knows if she takes a chance and tries to go back out there or whatever, ain't no man about to deal with her like the way he dealing with her. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's not good for her, he's there because he knows he could do all kind of way, and at the end of the day, she's still gonna stay. You know what I mean? She knows she put herself in a bad position where she's bogged down with so much baggage, whether if it's emotional, whether if it's physical or whatever. She knows she's too damaged to go out there and just find another man that's gonna pick up where this dude here left off. It's just not gonna happen. She knows she's too damaged. Okay. Some women are addicted to pain. You have some women that are addicted to pain. It's crazy. It makes no sense what I'm saying, but you have some women that are addicted to pain. They feel like the more pain they're in, as long as they can verbalize that pain to other people could actually sympathize with them, show them compassion. Pain has become their getaway card. You know what I'm saying? As long as people feel like I'm going through so much, as long as people feel like I'm down, I'm out, the world will take it easy on me. The world will have compassion for me. I'll have people that be there for me. All it is just another mechanism to use and take advantage of people to be there for her. You got a lot of women like this. Her old man is pimping her out. Her husband pimping her out, using her, taking advantage of her. So she thinks she could pimp everybody else out to be there for her because she want him to be there for her and he ain't trying to be there for her. I've been in a situation like that. I had a girlfriend who was trying to pimp me mentally. Just for all my advice. People use you for different things now. It ain't just money. People will use you for your wisdom. People will use you for your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? People will use you for so many different things, And she was basically using me for my knowledge because she know I'm going to keep a real person. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to be compassionate about it. I'm going to do it in a loving manner. She knows that. She wanted me to basically pamper her emotions. She did not want to leave her situation. She did not want her situation to change. She just wanted somebody she can call, cry, and complain about it to. And she was using me, having me all emotionally involved because when I'm a friend, I'm a friend. When I know a friend of mine is in pain, I'm in pain like you. When I know a friend is hurt, I'm hurt like my friend. And I've had to learn over the years, I have to emotionally pull myself back from people because people will tell you all their problems, place all their burdens on you, have you feeling sorry for them, have you feeling compassion for them, when in actuality, they don't even give a damn about their own self. Don't y'all know it's some people who want you to care more about them than they care about themselves? Think about what I just said. Marinate on that. You have some people that want you to care more about their problems than they do. They want you to care more. When I've started putting two and two together, that this broad woman to care more about her F-ups than she was caring, I had to abort the mission. I said, you know what, I can't do this. This is just too much drama. I'm not wasting my time trying to be there for her no more. It's not going to change. She's comfortable being where she at. When the person that got tired, you don't have to tell them to leave. They will leave. Believe me, when the person is tired enough, they will leave. You don't have to keep playing that same tired ass song. Leave them, leave them, leave them. When they're ready to go, they will go. And this is my last reason. Her own family won't deal with her. Everyone has given up on trying to help her. This is a big reason why a lot of women are in unhealthy relationships or unhealthy marriages. Their own family ain't effing with them like that. They have physically and financially drained everybody. Every time she went through it with this clown or this fool, you call her mama, you call her daddy, you call her sister, you call her brother. Everybody has run to this broad's rescue more than a pastor has ran to his congregation to give a good word. I mean, basically, she put herself in a position where she got to stay and deal with him because she has burnt all of her sources. People have lent her money every time this man, messed her up. People have lent her advice. People have lent all their time every time this man did it in and she never left them. And basically, everybody has just become turned off from her. They tired of the chaos. They tired of the shenanigans. They have left her. People will come to you, oh, my family, they'll give you their sympathy story. Oh, my family don't deal with me. My mama don't deal with me no more. My brother don't deal with me. But they ain't telling you why their family ain't dealing with them. Because it's been the same cycle of foolishness with her and the same man. You know what I'm saying? And she don't want to change it. She just want people that's going to come in and help her, aid her, and rescue her. She does not want to be delivered, as I said before. So on that note, I have broken down all of the elements to all of y'all as to why these women are in these lame ass, trifling ass, toxic ass relationships. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, so on that note, all of these things that I have displayed to you, if you see any of those signs, abort the damn mission. Stay away from her victimizing, toxic, low self-esteem behind. Steer away from her. Run from the hills. She is going to drain you physically and emotionally. She's not going to leave that man. When she has literally left him, and in some cases, I've seen women who have literally left them and made everybody believe, okay, she finally woke up and smelled of coffee, only to go right back. Unless she's been gone for him for some years, don't get involved. Don't be jumping to her aid every time she has a problem with this man. On that note, it is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha. Okay, again, guys, I am still working on my book. I think I'm going to change the title of it. I want to do something that's less offensive because we do have children, and I'm definitely going to still, the context and the message is still going to be the same. I'm just going to change the title. Instead of broken black women disease, DNA, dick, and attention, I'm gonna call it ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a little less rated X. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure I'm careful with how I deliver some things. You know what I mean? You don't want to be too explicit. Sometimes when you're too explicit, it takes away the interest of those who you were trying to draw to your book. So I'm just trying to play it by ear and make sure I do stay in a safety zone the way I present my book. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, I'm definitely working on that book, and as soon as I'm done with ridiculous, I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm done with that project. Do not forget, guys, make sure y'all thumb up my video. That helps me out. That lets me see where I'm growing. That lets me know that I'm doing a good job. If you could just take a second to please thumb up my video. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Share it. There's somebody out here who needs to see this word, who needs to hear this message. My message is for free. I'm not charging you all no shipping and handling. Don't forget, I am accepting donations. Continue to donate to my channel. Believe me, every little bit is something. I don't care if it's $1 a month. You know what I'm saying? So, just, if you want to support my channel, look out for your girl. I'd appreciate it. For those of you who cannot donate, if you see any commercials coming through my channels, please do not skip through them. Please do not click through them. Every commercial that y'all allow to run through is what brings proceeds to me. So guess what? That's your way of paying me without even really paying me. You know what I'm saying? So, just look out for me. This stuff costs us money. It does. I used to go to people vlogs and wonder why they always asking for money, why they always so greedy, why they always. And I understand, if you want your brand to elevate, you do have to invest into it. You know what I mean? So, just look out for your girl. And, even if y'all don't do it, I'ma still love y'all anyway. Long as you stop on by and you thumbing me up, it means a big deal to me. This video, I'm not going to do too much editing today because I'm tired. I'm not going to do all those special graphics and stuff that I usually do. I'm definitely going to have to get back up with my editing man or whatever. I've been editing a lot of my own stuff on my own. I'm getting exhausted. I'm the kind of person, when I learn how to do something, I go full force at it for a while, but I'm like, this is too much work. So I'm gonna have to definitely get back up with my editing man or whatever as soon as I can. Righteous Era, that's his name. But anyhow, I thank y'all for tuning in and dining in with your girl, Lady Mocha at Cafe de Paris. And remember, I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth, and I'm going to always bring you up a slice of knowledge. On that note, I will see you guys later. Love you.